hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Shetani sio fala jo, amesomea weak points kukukonka, sio kazi kwake jo. Tabu zako duniani anaweza zimaliza dakika moja jo, na hata sio majaribu, ni maisha inaendelea jo. Shetani sio mweusi jo, anaweza tokea mzungu uone tabu zimekwisha jo, akuweke laini sawa, bora umbe anachotaka jo, na hata sikona kulipe, kumbe ndio mengia target yake jo. Shetani hana mkia jo, anaweza tokea kade msuko baki umeji familia watoto baki mwatupilia mbali jo. Sasa maisha ni fanta na keki utaki kuam. Shetani hana pembe jo, anaweza tokea kama laika miujiza ziambatane jo, duniani akungarishe kila mtu tamani kuwa wewe jo, lakini kumbuka baadaye kuna jea na hamu jo. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Imagine ni wewe tu, shetani hana kazi ingine isipokuwa kupotea wewe tu. Jua na kila kitu duniani kitu hana ni wewe tu, ukizuba utapatikana inategemea na wewe tu. Imagine ni wewe tu, amehema lakini atapumzika kisha kupata wewe tu. Wende Greece, wende France, bado mishoni ni wewe tu, na kumtoa mishoni yake igonge ukuta inategemea na wewe tu. Imagine ni wewe tu, hajali tamgharimu binadamu wangapi kukukonka wewe tu. Ni contract kubwa ametoa upatikane wewe tu, na ukizuba utapatikana inategemea na wewe tu. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Lakini tansharira aise, imagine kuna katatika kumshinda shetani aise, meaning hakuna ugonjwa bila dawa duniani aise. Taja jina la Yesu uone vile uchanganyikiwa aise. Tantarira aise, basi hakuna kitu mchanganyisha shetani ka jina la Yesu aise. Anaweza toa sura innocent muone huruma aise, lakini usimsikize atakupeleka mahali pabaya aise. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo. Shetani ana nguvu jo, lakini mbele ya Mungu yoboeka hana chake jo, na ndio yuko mbioni na kusakanya mpenae jo. Imanya panaweza ichezea mpaka ingiane jo.
Check one, two. Good morning to you, each and every one of you. This lovely 27th of July. It's actually towards the end of the month. Habari za kwenu, how's your month been? How's your week been? How's your weekend been? Karibuni sana to yet another show, another episode of I'm to the Andre Maqbul. I am your co-host. The main host is coming in about a second. As I invite him, I tukaribishe like now. Again, do you? Maqbul, I can't get you. Speak again.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you very well.
Awesome, my brother. How have you been, bana?
Niko fiti kabisa. Niko fiti sana. Keeping well.
Another week. Is it just me, or it just feels like now every day is just the same? We're just counting the calendar just for kicks.
Yeah, as in at least we have something to do by flipping the calendar over to the next month. So much uncertainty of what the future holds. As in it is so bleak. We have no clue. We just go every day and thank God we make it through.
Totally is. We were talking earlier on with the spouse about how the norm has completely changed, and we're trying to struggle to get back to the norm, but we have to understand that even when God is putting you under pressure, under fire to change you, to become someone else, you always have to come out the other side a better person and not the same as you were. There's a lot of self reflection at this time. I'm not quite sure if it's happening to you as well, but it's a lot of people have been, calling and we're talking things we haven't spoken family-wise and whatnot. Yeah. It's a really interesting time, isn't it?
It is. I have to agree. I have to admit it is. And as much as the things we used to take for granted as a given, that your family will always be there, your family, uh, you'll brush off meetings, phone calls, and gatherings for next time because you're too busy catching up with the life that you don't have right now. Is wow, it's actually, it slaps you in the face. You're like, by the way, these guys have always been here, and this is what they've been asking for, and it's taken such a long time, such a, well, I can't say disaster, but it's taken something as drastic as this for you to realize that these are the people you need to be focusing on, because they have got nothing but love and time for you, but you've been chasing something else that is immaterial. Your jobs, you've been working tirelessly to satisfy your employers, of whom will replace you in a heartbeat, if you're not there. And to some of our very close friends, it has happened. Jobs have come to an end. People have been replaced by cheaper labor sources. Machines have come, and automated machines don't have off days. They don't have sick leaves. They don't get maternity breaks. You get so reality just comes and slaps you in the face. It's just like, yo, focus on your family. Be one with you people who are one with you. Change your ways. It's kind of that for me.
Exactly, and I'm glad you did say that. That especially your employer. That I think now the realization is here when you're giving so much in terms of defining yourself in your works, and you forget your true self and your true family, the people back at home. And we have seen that people have been replaced left, right, and center. I was replaced by a cheaper option. But so is life, you
Yeah.
pick yourself up, you move on, and you find yourself. We've been defining ourselves through what we say we're doing. But that's an old, archaic kind of thinking, I think, because back in the day, you were either a lawyer, a doctor, or a pilot, and you're defined by that in society. Now you can be whatever you want. And I think this particular time is what we need to talk about. COVID is still a huge pandemic around the world. Yes, we want to entertain. Yes, we want to laugh and have a good time, but also talk about this particular pandemic that is still here. And now we are set to resume flights in and out of the country. What's going to happen? Let's talk about COVID in Kenya today. This is Armed with Andre and Maqbul. Good morning.
moyo wangu dunde kwa masekunde, ni kama nimefunga dude ama nimepatiwa recording deal ya bure. Ndio sababu nataka uwe wangu wa milele. Your smile, the way you walk, the way you talk, inafanya kila mtu aseme oh my god. Inafanya heaven and earth to come to a stop. Sema kweli my girl, you're too damn hot.
Let me walk with you, talk to you, know how you feel. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy. So sexy, let me walk with you, talk to you, know how you feel. So karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so sexy. Songa karibu mpenzi wangu, you're so.
Every girl deserves to feel like a star, and I know you are. Every girl deserves to feel like a star. I know you are. I know you are. I knew you are when I met you. Nilitamani nikupeleke kwetu. Good vibes and I'm grateful. Hapa nitapanda mbegu. You deserve to feel things you never felt before. Love you like I never did before. You don't know what's in store for you. Melanin and so much more. Heavy is your crown. Heavy is your crown. The way you hold me down. Hold me down. I hope I never let you down, my love. Every girl deserves to feel like a star. And I know you are. I know you are. I know you are. Every girl deserves to feel. Every girl deserves to feel like a star. And I know you are. I know you are. I know you are.
Train addiction.
I knew who you were when I met you. That one day I would be able to say yes to you. Good vibes and I'm grateful. It's obvious to me that you're special. I'm ready to give like I never did before. Love you like it's an open door. You don't know what's in store for you. Melanin and so much more for you. Heavy is your crown, and still you hold me down. I ain't gonna ever let you down. Every man deserves to feel like a king. You're my everything. You're my everything. Every man
sometime, me and you, baby boo, zimamishima. Kupass time tukiongea, hadi usiku na giza kuingia. Sasa miaka imepita na bado nakuhisi moyoni mwangu. Nimekumaini toka zamani, penzi lako laniwasha leo. Ninatamani kuwa nawe, ninatamani tuwe milele. Tamani, 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 tamani.
DJ Andre, The Addiction, taking you back to the good old days.
When I first met you, you blew my mind and I knew I was so in love with you. I never met someone like you. I knew that I had you. I knew you were mine. And later on, I realized that I was a fool for you. Oh, not gonna take it no more. Imechoka. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, siwezi tena. Nimeteswa, sasa nimechoka. Sasa nimetosheka. I don't wanna love you. 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 No. I don't wanna love you. I don't wanna love you. I don't wanna love you. No. See, I'm so glad that you gave me a reason to leave you alone in the cold. I didn't know what to do, so unhappy with you. So now I'm gone, and now you're busy begging me to come home to you. Oh, it's never gonna happen, so you better move on. Nimechoka. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, oh, siwezi tena. Nimeteswa, sasa nimechoka. Yeah, yeah. I don't wanna love you. I don't wanna love you. I don't wanna love you. I love you. I don't wanna 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 love you.
Niaje sister bana, unataka nifanye aje? Kama umechoka basi ndakuacha upumzike. Kama nimekosa basi pole, wacha nikushike. Bana sijastota vipi hivi sister unichuje? Sitaki nikusare alafu baadaye mimi nijute. Sitaki nijibox, nijingize box, we usumbuke. History unanipa inafanya paka mimi Johnny stuke. Basi naenda zangu uende zako tu baki hivyo.
I don't wanna love you. 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 I don't wanna love you.
Usually I don't do this, but I'ma go ahead and do it. Break it down. Nauliza man kiko man kamtafute mke mwenye busara, nikishampata nije utupe baraka zako niwe na yeye. Hey, tupendane hadi kifo tusitengane. Hey, moyo kawa inamtafuta sana, jiko ataeniwasha. Hakika ni wewe pekee, nimekutafuta sana hadi nimekupata. Roho yako niwe na wewe. Nifungulie, nifungulie. Nifungulie, nifungulie. Mami, would you let me in? You give me knock, knock, knocking on your door. Knock, knock, knocking on your door. I say, odi, 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 mami, would you let me in? na security pets. Okay. Jaber, be a me love, bila regrets. Okay. Okahama me, let me give it the best. Okay. Yeah. I say umenimeza. Au ndio tangu siku ya kwanza ulinikunywa tuishi bila pressure. Au sio kama vile tutaya imepasuka. So knock knock. Hello. What it is, baby, let me show you what it do. I've been through hell, I can't take it no more. You're my angel, so I'm knocking on heaven's door. Nifungulie, nifungulie. Nifungulie, nifungulie. Would you let me in?
What can I say? I love you. I probably have from the very first time I met you. And what would I do without you?
Check one, two. Bully, you there?
Baby, I shudder at the thought, cause I would not have a clue. Wani pama hapa, wani jaza na fora, nikiwa nawe nahisi raha, kamwe sitatoka hapa. Na kama
Check one, two. Bully, you there?
ni mimi nawe milele.
Oh, there you are.
You know why I didn't want to interrupt? I'm really enjoying this set. Like it's a dope set. I haven't listened to Nikki in such a long time. And what's that girl who sang with Jerry Doobie in that track? I don't want. What's her
Pam.
name?
Her name was Pam.
Pam.
Yeah.
Oh my good. Hey, yo, this set.
Yeah.
Could I record?
No, I was not recording. We can watch it on YouTube. We can watch it on Facebook. Whatever.
That is true. But fantastic way to kickstart the morning. Loving those tunes out to soul with India Ree there, one of the most. Sheila Maniga, is she still doing music?
I don't know. We might need to ask her. She might need to go back to music.
I will find out. I will find out. But amazing, man. You've taken me back. Like I can feel my hair. I can feel my hair grow.
It's so funny. There's a time, small things you take for granted. There's a time we'll go on your box.
I'm telling you, I could. He gave me 5 minutes. I would pick a style. Now there's no style. I get in and it's like, it doesn't even ask how I just know what to do. But those were the days as well that we used to go out and have fun. Ogopa DJs was the thing. Westlands was the place that we always used to congregate at Oil Libya as well. Remembering that track by Epoxy Pressure and Talia Oyando. Man.
She has always been a songstress. Did you hear the vocals on that song that she pulled? And this was way back in the 90s, man. This is way back in the 90s. It's still unmatched, unparalleled to date.
Thank you for that education, and please educate some more in the next set, because I was telling you've forgotten Surah Malaika from that set, but you know what?
It's okay.
It's okay. Hey, hands down. That was a fantastic one. Right. Hashtag Andre, as the host, is enjoying the music more than the audience should. Because we are faced with a time right now that we need to enjoy life. The small measures are the only things that we have at the moment that put hope in our hearts, because hope abound, we shall get out of this eventually. There's no saying, we were laughing in the morning and saying how there are some people who were actually saying in August or September, COVID will have ended. They were making plans to fly out and do all these things. Now, I think we know how serious it is and how this pandemic has claimed our lives and will continue for the next foreseeable future, this meaning until next year. And from the pages of Standard newspaper, this is, I think, a bit yesterday or earlier on this morning, the onset of COVID-19 in Kenya told the health minister, Mutahi Kagwe, that we did not know anyone who died of the disease. A lot of people were saying that. It's like, oh, this COVID thing, I don't know anyone who's passed away. It's a hoax and whatnot. Now, the article says, I'm sure that the answer has changed. Many Kenyans, particularly around Nairobi, know someone closely or familiar who has succumbed to this virus. Now, data released daily shows a worrying pattern. The percentage of positive cases from sample taken is going up. And it's clear indicator of community transmission. It is no longer a disease or the jet set group or well-traveled Kenyans only, like we're saying. All those people who are coming from outside the country are the ones who are bringing COVID. Now, I have the numbers. We have a group. What is it called? A neighborhood security group, and they send us up-to-date numbers and facts. Now, this is a summary of COVID-19 in the last 24 hours, July 26th, from the government, released by the government, that is, Ministry of Health. The following is a statistically summary of COVID-19 updates in the country recorded in the past 24 hours. And we have tested 8,261 samples, out of which 960 people have tested positive for the virus. The cumulative number of tests conducted so far is 276,415, and the total cases loaded in the country is 17,603. Now, out of the positive cases, Kenyans are 952, while 8 are foreigners, with 604 being males, 356 females. Now, according to the age, youngest is a year old, a child, while the oldest is 88 years old. Again, taking a look at the numbers, and in different places, 960 positive cases are distributed in counties as follows: Nairobi 510, Kajiado 102, Kiambu 100, Machakos 58, Mombasa 48, Busia 21, Garissa 17, Uasin Gishu 15, Kisumu City 14, Nakuru 12, Narok 10, Turkana 9, Bomet 8, Kericho 7, Muranga 5, Makueni 5, Laikipia 5, Embu 3, Bungoma 2, Kakamega 2, Nyeri 2 people, Taveta 2 people. Tana River only has 1 person, as is Trans Nzoia and Kisii. Now, looking at those numbers, is actually an increase in different places around the country as well. It's no longer a matter of I don't know anyone, because now it is getting closer and closer and closer. But on the flip side of the pandemic, as people are trying their best to have a normalcy in terms of life, there's another aspect of life that is completely gone down the drain. Not down the drain, but is a struggle at the moment, which is family life, which is children, which is existing and actually just sustaining life in a single, every single day. This is why the norm has become, I'm taking it a day at a time. And it's no longer a joke, because people are taking it seriously. We come back and talk about that. How are we surviving in these difficult times? How are we taking care of ourselves? We've forgotten to wash our hands. We've forgotten that birthday song that we are supposed to sing. We've forgotten the fact that when you go out, when you come back, you have people in the house that depend on you. Some of them are older, some of them are younger. And you going out and something might happen, or you're contracting it, is bringing it back to the people at home. Let's talk about the seriousness of COVID and come back and have a chat on the way forward. Yes, we're still getting tested. Yes, the government is saying ABCD today, they might say something else. But as you and I know, it's no longer about the government. It's about you and I as individuals on the ground. They have their say, we have the life. Hashtag amped with Andre and Maqbul. Let's talk more.
Such a good thing.
Wakati wako
hatimaye wakati wako utafika, hatimaye subira yako italipwa.
Wendo yako fahari nakosa wao kisafiri ukiwa mbali, unajua moyo nako kujari
kila unaposafiri, moyo wangu umia kila unaponiaga, huwa sina raha. Hakuna mwingine ninayehitaji, hakuna mwingine ninayetamani, hakuna mwingine ninayehitaji, hakuna mwingine ninayetamani. Usiwe mbali nami, mpenzi, usiwe mbali nami, mpenzi, usiwe mbali nami, mpenzi. I need you in my life. As I'm waiting for my baby in my home, can't believe I still feel the way I do now. Amenipenda mie toka awali, penzi lake tamu kama asali. Na leo, ni leo, oh oh, I will give him all of me. Na leo, ni leo, oh oh, I will give him all of me. Tonight, I'm letting go, oh oh, I said tonight, I'm letting go, oh oh. Tonight, I'm letting go, oh oh, I said tonight, I'm letting go, oh oh. Kuna vile ningependa kukuona, nikwambie vile nimeshinda, nikueleze yalo moyoni. Kuna vile natamani kuwa nawe, uwe karibu nami, niwe karibu nawe. But you are far away, so far away, so far from me. Roho yaumia, I am missing my baby. Roho yaumia, I am missing my baby. Kuna vile ningependa tuongee every morning and every night, nikueleze navyohisi. Oh yeah. Kuna vile natamani unishike, uniambie matamu ya roho, ili mie nitabasamu. But you are far away, so far away, so far from me. Roho yaumia, I am missing my baby.
DJ Andre, The Addiction, taking you back to the good old days.
Andre Addiction.
Makosa ufanye kisha usiyafate, ubaya mbele yako na tena wea ujali, sidhani mwenyewe wajua umekosa. Madharau ya nini mwenzangu uyaonyesha, kwa nini usitu
Kwa salama my brother.
Baka, we're here discussing which year it was, which artist it was. You've thrown it back. Yo, the set is too timam. I don't want to vibe. I'm not body. Play music.
I just bumped
with Andre and Maqbul. What?
I just bumped into that track by Nyotandogo. I was just like, oh my god. I was in first form when I had it the first time. That was back in the year 2000, yes. It is actually 20 years old. Oh my god. Wow, is this it?
Yes. When I say, by the way, it's 20 years. You know what, 2020, when we talk about, Kinatalia, it's been 20 or so years.
In this biz. Wow. You know, Talia was in a group called Talma. I used to watch them on that show. Those Mizizi, but those one before Mizizi, I can't quite remember it. But those
Music Times.
Oh yes.
Those Music Times.
Sorry. She's in a group called Talma. It was Talia and a chick I think called Alma.
Yes.
Skinniest chicks I've ever seen. As in, you could if thank God our TVs were small, you could see them. But if the TVs were big, you'd have hated them.
People don't understand that it's been such a long time. We think about it, it's just the other day, but it's really not. Around the same time that this music was coming out or Gopa was pumping out, I just began theater. That was in the in 2000. I remember my first play was in 2000 in December. Yes, and then 2001 is when I formally began theater at the Phoenix Theaters, and then eventually getting into TV. But yeah, it's not the other day. We were kind of old.
Yes, we are. Do you know, if this is a trip down memory lane, how old is one of our biggest mobile subscription companies, Safaricom? How old do you think it is right now?
Is it 15 years?
No, it's actually an adult.
Is it 18?
Yes, it's beyond 18. It was incepted sometime way back, but came out now properly. It's actually an adult because I've bumped into a T-shirt. Let me just show you this T-shirt on camera. You wouldn't believe. This T-shirt I think was I had it 2 years ago. Let me show you on camera.
Black Friday Squad.
Yes. Hashtag Safaricom at 18. This is a 2-year-old T-shirt.
Wow.
This T-shirt is actually 2 years old. So it hit me the other day. I'm like, wait, what? Yeah? Okay. Yeah. Anyway, yes, we're growing old, and we're thankful for each and every day that we have breath, each and every day that we get to see each other, to make a difference. With every waking moment, it's a new chance to redo the wrong. Not redo, but make good on the wrongs that you did yesterday and make something better out of yourself today. And we thank the Almighty for a chance to do that yet again every single day. I always say that prayer. Thank you, Lord, if not for anything else, thank you for another chance.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think that's the biggest takeout in this pandemic period that we are in. We've been brought down to bare basics, and we have to be thankful for the little things, because we've ignored the little things for the biggest time, thinking that the big things are fulfilling our lives. Yet it's the family, it's the son, it's the daughter, it's the waking up, it's the drinking water and being able to be healthy in this time where everyone seems to be scared and worried about their health, because something small, if COVID is testing positive, can be blown out of proportion. But yeah, I hear you. Being thankful at this moment is the one thing that we need to do, especially if you're not in the hospitals, because as medics are complaining, health workers have said they're struggling to respond to the COVID-19 pandemic and are ill prepared to face the swelling numbers as more medics get infected. Now, as the nation and national and county health workers tackle the pandemic, they say they're heading for a crisis without the necessary resources. We keep on hearing billions are coming into the country from here, from there, from everywhere, yet the medics are still complaining. They say they have not been properly trained on handling COVID-19, lack the appropriate protective gear, and most are now experiencing burnouts. Can you imagine being a doctor at this particular time and how stressful it is, not only for you in person and dealing with this particular pandemic, but for your family as well, and you have to go back and forth. And it's quite exhausting because the numbers are going up every single day now. Various cadres of health professionals are demanding better workplace protections as the country nears in COVID-19 peak. Yesterday said the death of a senior public health officer in Wajir County due to lack of oxygen was worrying. Mr. Abdi Yusuf, who died on Friday, is the 8th medic to succumb to the virus, with another 531 medics reported to have contracted COVID-19. These are medics, these are clinical officers. And the union chairperson, Peterson Washira, said medics are at a high risk of getting the disease because they don't have adequate protective gear. Yet all we see when we switch on the telly or we listen to the radio is the fact that we're being told that the numbers are rising, yet the government is doing ABC, and we're not seeing any of that. At some point, we need to stop with the PR. At some point, we need to stop with the marketing and advertising and going on and on about ABCD. We need to start actually valuing people. These are people's lives that we're talking about. These are people's lives that we're playing PR with. I saw the other day Sakaja being arrested on grounds that he broke the curfew and whatnot, and he stepped down, and people were stuck on the fact that he stepped down. How is it that a politician in Kenya is stepping down? We're getting concerned about the wrong things. People are dying. Ever so closely, it's getting closer, and we're still talking absolute nonsense and hogwash. A Form 4 student is among 2 people arrested for spreading fake news that Interior Cabinet Secretary Fred Matiang'i was critically ill after contracting COVID. Now, the 2 arrested by detectives from Criminal Investigation, DCI, of course, who tracked them to their home in Nigeria, Singishu County. There's a place called Nigeria. It's like Nigeria, Singishu. We have the 2 suspects in custody. They did say they're being charged today because of fake news. And they go on to say to all members of the public, please disregard the fake news and misinformation being spread on various outlets that CS is hospitalized, the claims are completely untrue, and so on and so forth. But in terms of speaking about fake news and things like those, we need to realize that this pandemic is real, because people were still going around talking about, oh, I haven't met someone who's contracted it, I don't know. And let's have proper channels of information that should reach us, and it has to be factual. So check with factual sources and not just anyone or hearsay, because this is that time when we need to be extra careful. We come back in a short while and still talking all things COVID, but survival. A lot of people have come out and we've seen some of the sad cases, which is really sad, that they're going through problems, as everyone is during COVID, and asking for public support, only to find out that it's not true. That is a shame and very, very sad, because there are people out there who are really, really going through problems. Let's talk more. We come back. Hashtag amped with Andre and Maqbul. And we want to know, how are you dealing with this COVID period in terms of finances, in terms of economy, just in terms of sanity? How are you handling it? Because you know what? There are people who would like to know. There are people who are going through it now even harder. Hashtag amped with Andre. You can find us on Facebook, on Instagram as well. Let's chat and listen to some fantastic music.
You want to know the truth? I'm telling you. It's you I want.
DJ Andre, The Addiction, taking you back to the good old days.
People asking if I love you. Boy, you know I do. Every moment in the shower, underwater power. You wanna know if you got the flow? Can't you see my glow? I don't know what to do. Nimekuwa kama wazimu. Mahabuba ni wewe tu. You are my sun and moon. Mfalme wangu. And you will always be a part of me. It's plain to see without you I could never leave. Nishike mkono, stay with me. Your hair inside. I don't think that you know you make me feel so young. minute or two. Usiende, usiniache, kwani I know I'd follow you. Tabia yako, urembo wako. Believe me, I know you will always be a part of me. It's plain to see without you I can never leave. You shake and corner, stick with me. Please don't go now. Heart you have inside. I don't think that you know you make me feel so you're like a bright and sunny day with every way. You make me so happy. That smile, your eyes, a bit heart you have inside. I don't think you know that you make me feel so you're like a bright and sunny day with every way. You make me so happy. That smile, your eyes, a heart you have inside. I don't think you know that you make me feel so you're like a bright and sunny day with every way. You should
Fala alianza biashara kako na nywele sayana kipara na bado ana ene wao alikuwa anaongea juu ya umudhi wa life
bado hook me up with a G.
hiyo tunaitanga ku misbehave tabia mbaya hakuna mtu like to save lakini lazima kawe ni hustler kama mimi nakaa fresh kila siku ya wiki leo na meet dem anapenda marapa wa famous ati anajua Juma Nature jua kali na nameless akaniambia ati anapenda matali wa jam to 10 years from now atakuwa amejipanga tukazidi kuongea vile tunaongea na huyu dem na ambition na drinks zikiletwa pia yanajitetea kila mtu tafuta dem kaa huyo au sio kana ka fresh sana akipita useme do I make my own money Omera na uko fresh wewe mwenyewe sema tena boss sema sister kana ka fresh sana akipita useme do I make my own money Omera na uko fresh wewe mwenyewe sema
Nilitega sikio mtaani kasikiza zao sengenyaji eti yeye na yule wana uchumbaji bila hata kujali au kuuliza maswali niliyaamini maneno nikamwona kwa heri miezi ni kadhaa nami nalia nimemrudia lakini na tatizo mtamwelezaje eti bila yeye mnaugua mtamjulishaje kuwa roho yangu yaumia mtamwambiaje kuwa mimi najuta kukosana naye kutengana naye kuachana naye mimi najuta kukosana naye kutengana naye kuachana naye mimi najuta nilifunga virago vyangu vyote kuamua sitorudi kamwe kwani yeye na yule walinifadhaisha lakini kila wasaa napata nikimwaza yeye apuuza maneno tu yaishi kwa raha miezi ni kadhaa nami nalia nimemrudia lakini na tatizo mtamwambiaje eti kumwambia nampenda mtamwelezaje eti bila yeye mnaugua nimechoshwa na kulia, siwezi tena vumilia. Sirudi tena, umenichosha, umenitenda na nimechoka. Si mimi hutanichezea tena, si mimi hutanitania tena.
Nimechoka na stories zako John, na sizitaki hata kidogo. Vako na uongo. Hey, jamani hey, una vituko. Njaro zako ni za biti show. Vako na uongo. Hey, take it away. Don't need all the pain and drama in my life. Take it away. If you can love me, you can treat me right. You gotta take it away. Cause I know what I want and I don't want you in my life. Gotta take it away. You gotta take it away.
Sirudi tena, umenichosha, umenitenda na nimechoka. Si mimi hutanichezea tena, si mimi hutanitania tena. Sauti jamani, kwani nielezeni, hii ni ngwana. Ungechagua mwingine ila siyo huyo, kunicheza karata na rafiki yangu wa kufa kupona.
You are not good to me. You are not good for me. There's no more you and me. Naenda sirudi, sirudi tena. Sirudi tena, sirudi tena, 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 sirudi
Hapo
tena.
mwanzoni sikukutamani mimi, ukanibembeleza na ukatilia bidii. Mapenzi yakaendelea yakawa tele. Hey, ugomvi hamna hata makelele.
Yo, is that Ratatat?
Hello?
Sorry, I can't hear you.
So you're saying?
There. Is that Ratatat?
No. That was Michelle and what's her name? What is her name? She's a makeup artist now. Her name is Kasha, I think. Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Yes.
That
Kasha. Very hot chili. You remember her?
was Kasha and Hortensia. Is it Hortensia?
No, Michelle is a chick who used to be. She's now gospel. She sang a song with STL just the other day. Michelle and STL, Heshima STL. Michelle has since gone gospel. She used to be in a hip hop group. I think it was called. I don't know if it was called Cubanotics or something. Back in the days of Miss Easy. Do you remember this jam?
It's your girl STL. You know how we do.
Michelle did the hook.
Sing it.
You remember that?
Oh, nice. Fantastic education of music right here on
Yes.
Armed with Under Maqbul. Even I forgotten. But yes, of course, Kasha is one of the biggest makeup artists, I think, in Kenya at the moment.
Yes, she is.
Which is really cool. See people grow, and someone else, the only one at least I know, who stopped music and now works in the UN. Actually, a senior position is Patoni.
Oh yes. His name is Patrick. But you call him Patuni at Ajibu. He's also worked for Heineken back in the day. He gave us quite a number of gigs the time the Heineken just became. They flooded the market with a lot of money and did events left, right, and center. They used to have this thing called the Heineken Mansion. Some place on Riverside Drive. We used to have parties there every Friday, just calling celebrities. We had I used to be in a DJ unit called DJ's Republic that used to host those parties. So we used to make a color back in the day, but
I remember, man. I made some tunes on that as well. All those Champion Leagues.
exactly.
Yeah, we made money.
Yeah.
But now,
sorry, Bully, you there? Frozen a bit.
let me tell you, it's scarce. Some money, it's quite scarce, and I know a lot of people are getting into positive thinking, attracting, and whatnot. But the reality on ground as well is that people are really, really struggling. And not to make ends meet, they're really struggling to actually put food on the table. And this is the reality that we have at the moment amidst the pandemic and everything that is going on. Do your part as we try and do our as well. Everybody for if you feel like that, please do so. If you feel like sending something small so that we can send to someone else, please do. There's just so much going on, and we need to uplift. This entire idea of this show is to uplift and help and just make people happy as it kicks out the week. At least we've done our part, because little by little we're realizing that the small things really matter. The fact that we can sit here and enjoy old school music and laugh about how, we've grown up, we've come from so far. Some people didn't. Some people have actually, they were at the highest peak at that particular point, and now it's a struggle. I know of a lot of musicians a lot of celebrity friends of ours who are struggling. Some being kicked out of houses, some are going back to basics, some are going back to shags. Like, this is a reality. It is not a facade that someone has pushed forward an agenda. We need to know exactly what we're going through and know that coming out of this, it's you and I. It's not the government, it's not the NGOs, it's not IMF and WHO who are going to come and help us. It's you and I who are going to help each other out of this one. And it starts with help by at least putting something on someone's table, if you can, because things right now are just madness. Up is down and down is up. And speaking of down is up, earlier on I did say that the Union Secretary General of the Medics, Mr. George Gibore, said that medics who perform procedures that are more likely to generate high concentration of infectious respiratory aerosols, that coughing, sneezing, or talking are at increased risk of infection because most hospitals don't have appropriate masks. The medics are complaining and saying, we conducted a joint health workers survey, which revealed that 72% of health workers performing aerosol generating procedures don't have proper protective equipment. They don't have N95 masks, while 74% are anxious that they are not using the protective equipment properly. How does the government respond? Well, this is how they respond. In less than 24 hours, a host of international airlines are set to resume operations in and out of Nairobi in August, 4 months after Kenya suspended all flights to combat the spread of COVID-19, which is really on the rise now. Yet, we are opening our airports. Na kwa hayo machache, let us know your comments. You can send them through on Facebook, #amped with Andre and Maqbul. Is it the right move? Especially now. Is it? And a special shout out to everyone listening in. Ali Salim saying, I like the mature conversation. Edith Wamboy enjoying the music like we are at the moment. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend. #amped with Andre is on. We've got 40 minutes to kill it. I'm cutting this Zoro short because I'm really enjoying the music today. Can you tell? Andre, it's on you.
It's your girl, SDL. You know how we do. We make it stick like glue. Michelle, sing it. Oh, Shima, call you dada. Jamani, I'm talking far. Yeah, do now I get this shot. We're taking it back, just taking it back. From this beat, we on fire. SDL, Michelle, do now I get this shot. We're taking it back, just taking it back. Yo, I'm on my way back home. Already packed my bags, can't wait to get home. Clear everything else away. Don't wanna do nothing else but walk my way. I'm going back to Kenya, back to the foul weather, back to grandma. Ain't nothing else I'd rather sit on the porch and drink grandma's porridge. Talk to my elder, listen while I speak knowledge. Next morning, be on my way to Nairobi. Do another song, bait, now they all know me. Yeah, magazines can write all kinds of bullshit, but let me tell you this, SDL will always do this. Lift your hands, swing them around like $1,000,000. Make sure everybody here know what's up. It's been a while now, finally I'm coming home. We the perfect beat, go ahead and shake it off. It's Shima, call you dada. Jamani, I'm talking far. Do now I get this shot, and we're
Addiction, taking you back to the good old days.
Unajifanya mpoa na hauna mwewe moja, unahanya huku na kule timi na kungoja, unaniseduce ati trustay pamoja, na ulikuwa na hanya ule pisangu ule wa mmoja. Si hata juzi maboys walichekea manzi fulani mtaani, na kila wakati unanipa date na chama taani. Fatuma, Majuma na Zaituna, suluapa ile chuma, kila time unanishow umechill na stories zako zimevuma. Unajibamba sana Mr. Handsome na hauna utamu, na ukinicheki na chali unatamani kumia damu. Hata nikihagu makuzo najifanya kitungu saumu. Siku feel, we feel zangu chuki na mimi tulie. Pia ukipenda jua kali ya kupitupia mabati ama kumekia. Siye sanduli nisho tu mini kachika. Unaniclaim sikupi love na look so cheap. Fahamu kila kitu kinapanda na kinashuka.
Ukimwona mwambie namtaka, ukimwona mwambie namsaka, ukimwona mwambie namkata, bado jue nampenda. Ukimwona mwambie namtaka, ukimwona mwambie namsaka, ukimwona mwambie namkata, bado jue nampenda. Ukimwona
Only the Addiction DJ Andre keeps your head bumping to the tune.
Na hii mikrofoni nikileta vitu vya nguvu, mnawika walai ratatani sugu. Iza beste ukinileta juu eti nyof na kuweka chini na hii rungu. Nina nguvu shinda wewe na wabeba juu, unabaki kwani wenda tesu kwa ndugu. Hiyo ni yangu peke yangu na Mwenyezi Mungu. Ulifika majuu hata sifa beste na kutoa rangi ubaki mweupe kama jungu. Na washike ka home cup unashika nere nika umekula njugu. Asalale kuna jua kale ndo maana wake msizwa mokane sane wanaswale. Kuja nami uone vile kale freko zina kwachu au sio jua kale. Je nani katinda na hizi anaswale, ni nini au ni bibi weto watoa hizo vitu uziuze kama male. Hata kujidume ngara bete na uliomba hizo mavazi. Kani kweli kasi kweli ruka nami sema waze. Nani alisema mademu danganywa na viaze. Hiyo ni yako peke yako, weka kwa mfuko na unyamaze.
Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes.
Niki bless mikrofoni wake MCs wanabaki kuwa honi. Kumbe ni Mike Fever ndo maana wana worry. Rati anabamba wake MCs wabori. Si siri hii ngoma inawabeba mnaona mbili. Nilitoka underneath kisiri. Rhymes zangu kali kama pilipili. Naleta hii ngoma kama weapon mnasafa. Kuleni kama Lord Supper. Ukiniona unahama, ona unakaa kawa ndugu. Kaa mbali nami au nikuite ndugu. Nafanya watu kutoa suruali tena ndani. Kutoka underneath kisiri kweli nimetoka mbali. Ona lebo langu kwenye gari. Nakupa kikushua shinda wale.
Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes. Kwa jina ni Rata tuko hapa na my rhymes.
Nimpendaye, nimtakaye, anifaye, yeye pekee.
anipandisia apote hapo na baki nikilia. Yeye nimpendaye, nimtakaye, anifaye yeye pekee. Chochote atakachopenda nitatenda, kokote ataenda na yeye nitaenda. Kila nifanya niwe zuzu, niwaza juu yake kila siku, nikisemeza napatwa na kigugu, nikiwaza napata na mwabudu.
DJ Andre, The Addiction, taking you back to the good old days.
tutakuchoma by the way.
Nini tena Simba siache imbe. Let it sing then.
Man, you're killing it. You're totally killing it. I'll make this brief as I have to, but wow. You've taken it back, and producer and I are just chatting in the background about how fantastic this music was, and how it's sad sometimes to see some of the artists who paved the way for many of the artists who are living large right now and living off their dream. That they really worked hard. They created things that no one had. They gave us a sense of tradition, culture, and background when it comes to music. Yet they go perform in stadiums and places like this for public functions, and then get paid peanuts and then go home back like nothing ever happened. We need to treat our legends a bit better. We need to treat our veterans a bit better. We need to treat the people who set up the industry a bit better, because it's really, really sad. It's really, really sad when you can see Calligraph Jones living off of his music, Sauti Sol as well, doing amazing things. Yet the people before are just there. They're just languishing. They have albums and albums and albums just lying there. No one wants to do anything because they're past their time. Or someone swindled them, took their money, and life went on. Or they had to do something else. We need to appreciate talents in this country. But before that, we need to appreciate life, because it doesn't seem that the government is. Now, apparently, the government mistakenly sent the wrong numbers for COVID. Now, not sure if they're lower or higher, but the government sent the wrong numbers for COVID. So we are waiting today and see what the real numbers are. But they are on the rise at the moment, and we constantly keep on saying, especially in this show, please be careful, mask on at all particular times. Don't fall for he said, she said, take your view. It's not a group activity, it's an individual activity. And as for that, the government has, in the past 24 hours or so, did say actually that they're going to open the airports, and now they are officially being opened starting tomorrow, if I'm not wrong. The first flight tomorrow would be, let me just quickly go through this. As I said earlier on, I am in a group, privileged in a group that sends out all these updates. And this is Air France. Dear customers, we are pleased to inform you that Air France will resume operations in Kenya on the 6th of August 2020. The airline will begin with one flight to Paris every Friday. And they do say, please contact us for bookings and flight updates and so on and so forth. Qatar Airways, we are pleased to inform you that Qatar Airways will resume operations from Nairobi on the 3rd of August 2020 with 14 weekly flights subject to regulatory approval, that is. And all passengers are advised to kindly check the information published by the government of their destination country before traveling. So you have to know on the other side where you're going, what exactly the rules and regulations are, because everything, like we said earlier on, has changed when it comes to aviation and in life in general, actually. Dear customer, we are pleased to inform you that KLM will be resuming international travel into and out of Nairobi on the 3rd of August. The airline will begin 4 weekly flights operating Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday. That's KLM. And British Airways, BA, we are pleased to inform you that BA will resume international travel into and out of Nairobi on the 1st of August. So that's in 3 days' time. And for KLM, it's, I did say on the 3rd of August. For Qatar, it's on the 3rd of August as well. And for Air France, on the 6th of August. But for Emirates, they do say we are pleased to inform you that Emirates will be operating a repatriation flight on Tuesday, the 28th of July, that's tomorrow. And in addition, purchases can be made for onward destinations as long as passengers are compliant with the respective countries' regulations. Let me read that again, because it's one of the biggest carriers around Africa. Go figure. We are pleased to inform you that Emirates will be operating a repatriation flight on Tuesday, 28th of July. And in addition, purchase can be made for onward destinations as long as passengers are compliant. By and onwards, 28th of July. Departure is going to be at 16:15 hours. That's 15 past 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There you go. So yeah, flights are coming back. Life seems to be going back to normalcy, but the numbers are rising for COVID. Is it time to open up the country? Is it time to open up businesses? Or should we take this a bit further and lock down so that we can see the numbers reduce? Let us know what you think. Hashtag amped with Andre and Maqbul. We're on Facebook, and we do say every time that we are on, help us so we can help others. 07419776655. That's our M-Pesa number. That's 07419776655. Thank you so very much. And a big shout out to everyone listening in. Linda Murevi, of course, always a pleasure to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yuri, the rest of the Mohicans, thank you. And a special listener all the way from Zanzibar, Rahma Jamal, welcome. And thank you very much. Right now, though, the one and only DJ Andre. Andre. He's not there. Where is he? All right. As we wait for Andre to come back in a short while, let's have a look at some of the comments that are coming in. Like I said earlier, way to start the day. I'm loving this music, man, and just trying to find out where all these artists are, because they're remarkable artists, they're fantastic artists that we grew up to. Most of them did get into the entertainment industry, in the radio and TV and whatnot, but some of them actually didn't. Some of them really struggled, so to speak. I'm not quite sure what it was, because the people, like we're saying with our producer, we were talking just earlier on, the people who came before us, so like the acting fraternity, the Tama bin Tama, TT, and Mze Ojwang, and so on and so forth, they laid the foundation for me and the rest of the guys to come in and protest more, so that these guys who are here right now, when they go and ask for a contract, they're given their worth, you know, or you don't. I've been blacklisted so many times, I don't care really. But you have to stand in principle, because the next generation requires you to stand in principle. Because if not, we'll always be talking about Wali Ovuma. And then we wonder, how is it that, you know, he was so big, or she was so big, they used to be with the president and whatnot. And now they're just somewhere. That should not happen to artists in Kenya. Not at all. Hashtag Andre. He's over there now. And
the whole time. I was here the whole time. What do you mean? Right here.
Andre, I'll try and squeeze in a special guest for the last 5 minutes of the show, just to come and say a thing or two and a prayer.
Okay. Sure thing.
Yeah.
All right. No problem. Awesome. You know what you need to do.
Awesome.
Hey Maria, vipi nakwambia, kuna channel anaangalia, mina Maqbul tukaenda msalimia, akatupa shoti za tequila.